Let's look at the current government and whether it's socialist or not. Different elements of socialism. Now, socialism has a definition, but that definition is all over the place for many different people. So we're going to talk about that. So let's look at a few areas of government where can be considered socialism or not socialism, and what that means. So let's look at it. Welfare. And not so socialism, it's a welfare state. It's a different animal. It does damage in other ways. So socialism does damage in significant ways. The welfare system does damage in significant ways too. So one way the welfare system in healthcare is like socialism. I mean, like slavery is, because slaves got their healthcare provided for free by their master. Their master paid for that one payer system. So somebody had 100 slaves. They hired a doctor to come over and give their slaves health care. If they did not do that, their slaves would be injured, sick, whatever, and couldn't go out there in the fields and work. So that's what they wanted to do. Just like they've treated them like farm animals. It's awful, horrible, but they treated them like farm animals. Where your farm animals, if you don't call the vet on occasion and get your ox and your cows and your chickens or whatever treated, and your horses treated, they're gonna die sooner, not be able to do the work on the farm like they should be able to do the work on the farm, what they wanted. So it's horrible. It's a horrible system, but that's how the healthcare system worked in slavery. So it's very much like what they want to go to, or the left wants to go to in socialized medicine right now. So they want somebody else deciding. But welfare on food stamps, welfare on housing, welfare on cash benefits and the like. They're not so much like socialists, but it does damage in other ways. Let's talk about those different ways. It supports people when they're doing destructive lifestyles. In a free enterprise system, if somebody does a destructive lifestyle, they do not earn a living, and just by hunger alone or being in the elements, it tells them you better shape up and do something right. So it does. The free enterprise system does not allow somebody to continue on in their destructive lifestyle, but the welfare system provides the food, the shelter, the housing, the healthcare for that. So that's not a good thing. That does major damage. What else does welfare do? It does damage by requiring no or low income to qualify for a benefit. People will put themselves in that situation where they qualify for the benefit by not getting a job or not going up and increasing their job's level of pay, their hours and stuff. I myself was told, my wife came to me and said, Bill, if you keep on working more hours and keep on earning more, we're going to not qualify for this one benefit anymore. I blew through it, but that was me. A lot of people are stop thriving and stop trying to earn more with that. Now, my case is a little bit different. I'm not going to go into it right now, but it's pretty strong when your wife says your child might not be able to get health care if you keep on earning more money. So that's a very powerful motivation. Anyway, let's keep on going. So, Social Security, not so socialist. It's a bad system. It does damage in other ways, but it collects taxes and then gives benefits to the elderly. But what does it not do? It's a pay-as-you-go system, so it does not save money. Now, you can say there's a Social Security trust fund. It saves a little bit of money, but it does not really save the money to a large degree. It is in massive debt. The individual has very little control. Hopefully they have retirement systems, retirement plans outside of Social Security, and has a couple $100,000 as they build up, if not over $1 million by the time they retire. And at least in this time frame, you need a good $1 million or more to be able to retire well. Individual accounts. Now, what we should go to is allow competitive Social Security. It's another one of my plans. Individual accounts invested in stock market with mandated annuities or insurance features that ensure someone does not outlive their earnings or their savings. So that's what we should go to. A lot of different ways to do a savings account, a retirement account, or retirement planning. There's a lot of ways to do it. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in the stock market. It can be in many different things. But we need to have many different avenues to go down, each with that assurance that somebody does not outlive their savings and somebody does not become a burden on society in their elderly years when they cannot earn any more money themselves. Education is very socialist, but at least it allows some people to have it out. Still with a very big punishment, by the way. The individual and the parents and the students have very little control over their children's education if they go to the public school system. So it is a very bad system. It has very heavy negatives to it. People do move to a better socialist system. They move to a better school district. It may be a different city, maybe a different part of the city where they can go to a school that has better results. And the system does allow people to opt out, but you only opt out of the benefit side. You cannot opt out of the tax side, the education tax side, which is extremely substantial. In 2027, it is predicted that the governments all across the nation, city, state, and federal, will be spending over $2 trillion. That is roughly $15,000 per household in taxes. One way or the other, they're collecting the taxes. It might be through businesses, real estate, income taxes, whatever. But if they spend it, they have to collect it. So it's very, very powerful. And so when you lose that benefit, that is huge. So very socialist, but they do at least allow you to have an out with a major punishment. The police and the military, I wouldn't suggest that's very socialist because these are government services, not individual payments to people. They provide a rule of law and protection from foreign foes. So sure, there's elements of socialism, and I think we can get away from that by going to some of the reforms I suggested. Let's see. I want to go to competitive police. People have free enterprise in police. There'll be a hierarchy. There's a structure. Competitive prison, again, a structure, but it allows different models and let the free enterprise system to thrive some. Competitive prisons, or did that one. Competitive military, competitive roads. It allows individual ownership of roads. So we get rid of some of the socialism in government. Yeah, these are government services that need to be done. So under the reforms I'm proposing, these things still have to be done, but we do it in a more free enterprise way. So a lot more to be seen at Haley 2024. I'm going to go through a lot of videos, talk about socialism. It's kind of like slavery. Slavery and socialism both have as their main ingredient the loss of control by the individual and all the control by the central planner. The central planner in slavery is the master. The decision maker and the loss of control goes to the politicians. Even if you get to vote for the politicians, you still don't get to have it individually. Anyway, a lot more to see at Haley2024.org, and please look at the other videos. Until the next video.